day in the life of a Japanese casino worker.
Oh, did it? These are pretty good videos. I like them a lot.
Wow, 6 months hypers.
This is Kento, 27 years old,
What
living in
happened?
Tokyo, and this is how he gets ready for his day.
Oh, PTSD. I did that
Unlike
sound
most
as well.
Japanese, he prefers to take a short shower in the morning to start his day. So Kento's job requires him to change into uniform
No, we
when
didn't see
he
this. We saw-
arrives, but
this guy
despite
makes a lot of
this,
videos.
he prefers to wear a suit during his commute. In fact, it's common for Japanese men to wear suits even though they will change into another uniform when they reach their workplace.
Really?
So today, he has Hayaban, which means early shift. Depending on the day, he rotates with other staff between early shift and night shift, the Soban.
Yes, I noticed
He
that
says,
most-
though, his company is careful to avoid scheduling a morning shift following a night shift on the previous day.
Most videos that this guy makes from the people that live in Japan, they live in really like compact spaces.
He lives about 15 minutes away from work by train. He decidedly lives in a relatively less crowded area, mostly residential, with some shops and restaurants near the station,
That's Japan.
so that he has direct train line access to Shinjuku Station, the world's busiest train station with over 3.6 million people passing through daily. It's usually more crowded with people at the station, but today is Saturday, so there's far less commuters and salarymen, especially at this time.
Chad, this gave me
it's quite
flashbacks of
early this morning,
the
but
Chinese
Kento's
trains.
train should be arriving shortly here in Shinjuku.
Yes,
So how long did you
yes,
sleep
somebody
last
link
night?
今日は6時間寝れました。
Before he arrives at work, he stops at the convenience store to pick up his lunch. Oh, he's paying via phone app, which is relatively new in Japan as about 80% of transactions are still cash-based.
Interesting.
So Kento works at Maruhan, one of the largest
Chad. Is this the one? Oh, this is still Japan. Chad, link the other one. Chat, where the other one? Classic. Okay.
casino
I'll show a bit more.
entertainment companies in Japan, with 60 years of history and more than 23,000 employees. Maruhan offers slot machines and Pachinko, which has become an integral part of Japanese culture, accounting for one-third of the
many, dude.
Japanese entertainment and leisure market. And don't worry, I'll explain Pachinko a little bit later on in this video. Before Kento clocks in, he usually has a quick smoke at the smoking room next to the main office. In fact, Japan is well known for its open smoking culture compared to many Western countries.
Smoking
but
room.
from April 2020, Japan completely bans indoor smoking except for designated smoking rooms like this one. So once clocked in, he has to change into his uniform. Kento, what are you doing?
これ全スタッフの制服があるんですよ。なので自分の名前が書いてある制服、サイズとかもあるので、はい。
So he also needs to change into work shoes. I guess the man knows what he likes. So the company actually dry
Jeez.
cleans all the workers' shirts at the end of each day so they look fresh and clean when they start work.
The drip. That's right.
What's that?
これはですね、パチンコスロットの台を開ける鍵になります。
Damn, you need to carry more tools with you?
こちらは台についているモニターの画面のリモコンになりまして、この全スタッフ台鍵と一緒にリモコン。
What is it? Only slot machines, or do they have like the actual
In his
tables?
uniform, he wears a wireless headset in order to communicate with other staff throughout the day. Is that a floor map?
これはフロメンと言ってまして、その日スタッフの配置が決まってます。ポジションですね。
And since his picture is set aside, he has the free roaming position today. So Kento just arrived at work, he's changed, he's ready to go. Now he has to go around and prepare the casino area. Let's see what he does.
These
So
games
Kento
look way
works
too
as a
dank.
Pachinko parlor hall manager, and his first task of the morning is to ensure that all of the machines are working properly. He checks to see if the balls are moving correctly, balls are not left over from the previous day, and that a guidebook is set on the side of each machine. He does this one by one for each machine on the floor.
Cause no
Next,
boys.
he must ensure that all of the floor signage is working properly.
Oh, lights? Yes, it's make sure you that you're stimulated, man. It's visual stimuli at the wazoo, man. So you stay awake and you keep gambling
So
it.
you need to clean outside too?
新宿の街がすごく汚いですので、店舗の周りの周辺を清掃し
Same
ます。
thing with the sound and the air.
おはようございます。おはようございます。おはようございます。
And
People are
this
lining up.
is a line for customers waiting to enter so they can get their first pick of the machines. The doors actually open at 10 a.m. today, but customers start lining up just before 9. Interestingly though, the parlor hosts a morning lottery to decide who gets to enter first and their choice of the machine. So it's Kento's
Who would
job
do
to
this?
also organize the line so that customers don't block pedestrians walking through.
Damn.
Like many traditional Japanese companies, Kento's workplace starts the day with a morning meeting called chode. But their morning meeting is a little more energetic than most, as they perform koidashi, which means they practice speaking clearly and loudly in proper language in unison. Because the pachinko hall
I
is
actually
a
like that.
loud
I
working
think that's pretty
environment,
smart.
it's critical for the staff to be able to speak to customers and each other clearly at a high volume.
Just because this is just a personal opinion, but just because sometimes you're just not feeling it, right? You wake up, you just don't want to do it, right? With any job, whatever, right? And sometimes it takes you that push, but it's kind of hard to find that push. But if you have to do it, you get it out, and then okay, I can do this today, pog. And I feel like this is good enough to do it.
Now he gets a short break.
接客コンテストといって接客がいい人の全国でやってるんですけれども、実はですね、この全国1位になった
Someone
の
it's for
は
no, it's for a lot of reasons.
You're number one? How did you win?
そうですね、やっぱり大切なのはやっぱり来ていただけるお客様をいかに大切にできるかっていうところをやっぱ意識しながら、やりました。
Oh, cool, man.
Wow, so there's more than 1,000 people line up outside. I can't wait to see what happens when they all get in here. Finally, lottery time.
Guys,
they have
this-
a special machine.
this
aptly
YouTuber
called
loves
Fortune,
close-ups,
for
and I don't
customers
know
to draw
why.
tickets. And again, it's Kenta's job to organize the people in line.
4箇所空いております。よろしければどうぞ。よろしければ一番始まっておりますので。大変お待たせしました。いらっしゃいませ。おはようございます。
When the hall opens, Kento focuses on greeting and welcoming each and every customer that enters.
前のお客様で大変ようにご協力お願いします。
Wow, Only a few minutes after opening, the floor is filled with
Dude,
customers.
earlier I was gonna say that there's too many
Now,
machines.
he
There's no
must
way
walk around the
they
floor
fill them
to
all.
assist the customers if they have any questions or need help. From here, it appears that he's super close to the customer, but it's a necessary distance since the hall is extremely loud.
ご飯タイム。
Yay! Finally, lunchtime! So his lunch breaks are only 30 minutes long, so he needs to be quick. To save time, he usually
Chat,
eats convenience store food.
You know, like the gambler's fallacy, the thought that, oh, I put enough in it, it's gonna pay out. A thing that we talk about sometimes. Dude, you guys think it's a joke sometimes, but it's actually real. Dude. Some of these people, they're at their machine, right? And if they go away and you go under the machine, they get fucking mauled. They get aggressive and they want to fight you, dude. I'm not kidding. They go crazy.
Today, he went with a curry bento, which actually looks pretty
And I was
good.
like, dude, it's gonna pay out. It's almost there, man. What are you doing?
As
This is my
part of his
machine.
job, he also has a bit of computer work. He needs to verify the hikitsugi, which is basically a daily record of events from the shift before him. Staff must report what happened during the shift
That's not
with
what I
things
do. What are you
like
on about?
machines, customers, etc., and share it with the next shift so there isn't a break in their service quality.
So while Kento is doing some work right there, let me kind of show you around and show you how this whole thing works.
So Maruhan has Pachinko and slot machines. Slot machines are fairly universal, so let me explain how to play Pachinko. Pachinko is a type of mechanical ball game resembling pinball, but instead with many tiny balls and with the aim to drop the balls into a specific pocket in the machine. If one of the balls goes into the designated pocket called Stato Chaka, it will initiate a slot machine-like roll on the LCD screen. If the numbers or patterns line up, then it's a jackpot, and then your winnings, more balls, will be dispensed in the bottom of the tray. So here's the interesting part. The winnings can be used to claim various prizes like these offered at the front desk, but cannot be claimed for cash directly since gambling is prohibited by Japanese law. Instead, the winnings can be exchanged into gold chips. Then, outside at a neighboring TUC shop, the gold chips can be exchanged for cash. Oh, and they even have an app, which reports the usage history and winning statistics from each machine, which is one of the reasons why many customers want to come early and get their
Wait,
choice
that's
of the machine.
actually 5-head. Wait, gold chips? So it's like gold, right? And it's not like they're gonna sell it, but the other shop is gonna buy the exact amount. So it's like a loophole. So it's valuable, but it's not like they're
Now
gonna
he's
go.
back in the hall, and
pop it
similar
open
to
and
the
sell
morning,
it.
he attends to customers. But as the machines get used by customers, he must ensure that each machine remains clean, so he wipes down each machine and takes trash away from customers. In Japanese customer service, there's an old saying, "Okyakusama wa kami-sama," which directly translated, "Customers are God," which basically means that even if the customers are saying something wrong, you still apologize, while also being extremely polite and careful to never get in the customer's way. Oh, he found a ball on the floor. In this case,
Give it somebody.
he usually gives it to the closest customer sitting down.
This guy did not give a single fuck.
So when a customer continues to win, they eventually run out of space for their winnings. When that happens, Kento's job is to create more space for them. He uses this special cart to store the balls or medals, which is locked up so no one steals it. Oh, I guess the customer has taken a meal break, so during this time, Kento turns off the machine so that other customers can't use it.
See, I did it.
This is
That's
a
so
clean count for
weird.
slot machines. He's also responsible for helping clean
What?
the toilets. Now he gets another short break. So how many breaks do you get in a day?
そこから約1時間で1時間まとめ取っちゃうと
An
喉
hour.
乾いちゃうりしちゃうので基本的には10分小刻みで
So what are you doing now?
はい今はデータチェックをやっておりますうちの1160台パチンコスロットあるんですけれどもそのデータを1台1台全て確認します
So he does this several times a day looking for data errors and potential fraud. If he discovers a problem, he immediately notifies the floor staff to resolve the issue, ensuring that customers have an enjoyable experience. Oh, there's number one. He's working on something.
The
What
gold
are you
chips.
doing right now?
景品です。お客様が出したこう玉とかメダルで交換できるメインの商品になります。大体1000玉相当になってます。
Now he
A plate of gold. This is actually so interesting.
商品になります。大体1000玉
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Look, is it like a piece of gold? And
相
it's
当になってます。
Now he's reviewing the security camera footage. Apparently, the system can register customers who steal via face recognition. The system can even detect these customers despite covering up with hats or masks. So as part of being the hall manager, Kento must evaluate the floor staff periodically. His company emphasizes superior customer service, so frequent evaluations is a crucial part of maintaining their level of service. Oh nice, they have a how-to playbook in different languages for foreign customers.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh, she's a new employee. You can tell by the yellow and green badge on her shirt. And he's gonna give her feedback now. He tells me that when he was on the other end of the table, when he first started, the process allowed him to learn a lot about customer service. Now, it's his turn to write up the hikitsugi for the next shift so they can see what happened today.
はい、お疲れ様でした。
Finally, it's time to wrap up the shift with Shoe Day, a final staff meeting. In this meeting, staff share what happened during the day and use it as a learning moment so they can better perform in the future. At the end, the staff perform a pocket check to help prevent staff theft.
最後じゃあ。
今日も一日ありがとうございました。
Oh,
Pocket check.
it's her last day of work, so she's giving a speech. In Japan, it's customary for staff to present a shikishi, a huge card with messages on it.
That's
先に
cool.
失礼します。本日も一日ありがとうございました。ありがとうございました。
レアのやつは
Yay! Now we're done with work.
ご飯行きますか、この後。
何行く？
焼肉食べたくないです。
焼肉だから。
Instead of going home, Kento usually goes out for dinner and drinking with his coworkers. So now they're headed to the restaurant to meet up with some of their coworkers.
That's wholesome.
お疲れ様でした。お疲れ様でした。お疲れ様でした。お疲れ様でした。
In Japan, drinking at dinner with a group of people is called nomikai, often held at an izakaya drinking restaurant. For many Japanese, nomikais are an important part of work culture,
Oh, that
as
looks so
this
good.
is where they really get to know their coworkers, which helps create a stronger bond at the workplace. In fact, Kento says that many of the staff live on the same train line, so they often go out with each other.
So Kento and his coworkers are going to be here probably until 10 o'clock, eating and drinking, and then after that, who knows, because they're in Shinjuku. But it's pretty much the day in the life of a Japanese casino worker. So if you guys like this video, help me out and hit the like button. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comment section. If you guys want to help support the channel, check out the Tokyo merch right here. And if you guys want to see what I'm doing on the daily, check out my Instagram account. And finally, if you guys want to see more day in the life videos, hit that subscribe button and the bell button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.